Yeah, the speedrun uses Japanese for the dialogue. Saves like 6 seconds over Chinese. But
This
I
time
don't
we roll
know.
for real.
Yeah. But
So
I
yeah,
don't know
on the
why.
right side is Japanese. On the left is Korean, which got patched in yesterday, I think.
Is it faster?
I don't think Korean has been tested yet. But so far, Japanese has been the fastest language. Alright. We are starting in Cap Kingdom here. Obviously, the goal in Cap Kingdom is just to get to the end of it. Like with any other kingdom, basically. But the end here is also the end of the story, which we don't do in every kingdom. Going for the wall kick on the right side instead of taking the safe path that Jabba did.
This game you can take control of enemies and other things to control them. And this level is focused on the frog.
That's basically the main mechanic of this game. Compared to Sunshine, which had Flood, we now have Cappy, which we can use to take control of stuff, of almost every enemy in the game. Alright, Gig's going for the left side climb, Jabba for the right, taking the coins with him.
Never seen that before.
It was a very fast hit on the head by Giggs, and Jabba also getting it. Both of our runners getting clean fights.
First boss.
And that's the first kingdom.
Very simple. So this is the second kingdom, the Cascade Kingdom.
Yes, and Cascade we actually start gathering the moons that are our titular, or not titular, but our stars of this game basically. And we just got our first moon on both runner sides. And the joy of unskippable cutscenes. We all love them.
Even the skippable ones are kinda lame. You have to skip a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Often
You also
in a
have
row.
to mash through quite a few Cappy dialogue boxes.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, let's hope for both of our runners' sake that they get the T-Rex skip first time.
It's the first skip in the run. It's cut
GX
the
got
level.
it. And Java got it as well, alright. So T-Rex skip is basically them taking control of the T-Rex, removing those blocks, there's a trampoline underneath it, and using that to jump into the loading zone of the boss for this area, which is Madame Brute, which we are seeing now.
Taking the remote will get you the max distance on the change up right away, or faster.
Yes.
So you skip her, like, flaming
chasing
at
you around.
Yeah.
Also jumping on the chain jump stops it in its track when she's throwing it, allowing you to capture it faster. Just going for the overall fast strats for this fight.
triple moon, or grand moon. Gives you 3 moons at once.
So yes, our first grand moon of the game, which is worth 3 moons. But we're not quite done with Cascade yet, because we need 5 moons to advance.
Up this little mountain. Grab our last moon, then get back to the
Yes.
Odyssey.
And then turning them in and repairing the Odyssey that's just standing there collecting dust and rust. And we get to watch another unskippable cutscene.
That was a clean first kingdom, or second.
Yes, that
We want
was
to
pretty
cast.
clean, but now we get into the meat of the game. First kingdom where we have to do a bit more is Sand Kingdom. Sand Kingdom has some of the, in my opinion, best looking movement of the game. Not that the movement in this game is looking bad at any point, but I especially like Sand Kingdom. So, what do you think? Are our runners going for the Sphinx clip or not?
First. They have pretty good fun. Where routes could change between runners a lot.
Yes, Sand has quite a few different routes had already. And oh, that's unfortunate for Jabba, not getting the moon on the first dive.
Yeah, we will cover the clip when we get there, even if they don't go for it.
The clip that I mentioned. So later on in the kingdom, there's a swings, and we found the clip by rolling, throwing Cappy, and jumping in roughly 3 to 6 frames room that we can clip into any wall. And there is a route in Sand Kingdom that involves clipping into the wall behind the Sphinx, not dropping down into the loading zone, grabbing a moon that's in the quicksand in that area, and then going into the loading zone behind the Sphinx to grab the moon that's in the Sphinx room and coins. So it's the problem with the clip is that it's not quite so easy to do, and it can cost you time if you fail it 2 to 3 times. Then you're already slower than by doing the slightly older route. So Jabba getting the bullet bill manipulation, Gix not quite.
And that allows us to reach this moon out here.
Yes. We also use motion controls again to get just a little bit more of speed boost. In general, a lot of this game is for going fast requires you to use motion controls, especially like for the rolling that we are doing here. Doing that with motion controls is just the fastest way to move. And Gix is not going for the clip. He's answering the Sphinx question.
Let's see.
Jabba also not going for the clip.
Maybe he's going for the new clip. I saw it in the Discord before.
Oh, clipping in here and then into
Yeah.
the loading zone. That could be.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, but he doesn't. It's just
You
overall
will
risky
know.
if you don't get it immediately and costs time. I think it's smart of them to not go for it.
going to grab a different moon later on.
Yeah, so Gix went into the swings, Jabba didn't, which means that Gix has a considerable coin lead, which could lead to him going for Snow Kingdom first later on instead of going Seaside first, which is
Coins in this
probably what
game.
Jabba will do.
Buy moons. The swings room basically cuts out needing to collect coins.
Yes.
So Jabba has to collect coins throughout the game or throughout the run,
Yes.
which there is a route for. So it's not random coins just scattered about.
That's correct. We have a coin route with easy coins to grab that don't cost too much time. Like the chest that both of our runners opened. Beside the chest with the moon. And both our runners now collecting their last moon before finishing up Sand Kingdom. With route differences, Jabba going for the notes and Gix instead went into the swings.
That was pretty good. No major
We're pretty solid.
Mistakes. Yeah.
Pretty solid runs of both of our runners.
Kingdom is the Lake Kingdom. A very short kingdom. You need only 8 moons.
Yes, and there's a triple moon that we collect, so only 5 moons plus the triple moon, the grand moon. It's a pretty short trip here. It's also pretty small, so it makes sense that we don't need a lot of moons.
To answer that question there, you don't need to do most bosses. Only a few is required, basically.
Yes, we can basically skip almost all of the story missions in this game. And Gix bonking by not grabbing the moon directly. And bonking again.
Oh.
He's trying to go too fast. And missing the jumps. So now we are having a cheap, and many people don't notice because it's not in the instructions on the screen when you first grab a cheap, but you can actually dash with the cheap like both our runners were doing by pressing Y and B at the same time. Which makes cheap movement again faster.
And you can do it going up and down too, if you hold the button and press the other button.
So another slight skip coming up. This one's pretty easy, just jumping up with the cheap, wall kicking, jumping on top of the bridge. But if you miss it, it's always sad to see.
Start the second time, I saved.
Yeah. And Gix got a pretty clean fight against Rango. Cancelling out his head faces. And Jabba got it as well. Both got pretty clean fights against all 3 bosses that we fought so far.
Or 4th kingdom. Gix01 is likely because of that jump miss. But he's not too far behind.
Anything is still open, anything can still happen, so
Yes, definitely.
One mistake by Gix could give Jabba the lead.
And the end game is the game decider, basically.
Yeah, it gets a lot harder movement-wise later on. So now, next up is Wooded Kingdom, which is, as the name implies, in a wood. And it's the first moon that we actually buy with coins, which is why I mentioned the coin route earlier, because we need 100 coins to buy a moon in a shop here. Gix being a bit late there on the kick on the rabbit, but not too late. Still got it pretty early. Jabba collecting the moon from the rabbit first before going for the rock though, that's... I don't think a lot of people do that anymore. I think most people have taken to grabbing the rock first, don't you?
I still grab the moon from the rabbit first.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I haven't been running this game for very long too. That might be it.
Alright, Gix getting another bonk after getting the waterfall skip pretty easy. And grabbing the first moon hidden in a nut. We grabbed quite a few of those.
Yeah. Enemy that you capture here can stretch its legs. You reach higher grounds.
Yes. Again, if you use motion controls for this, they stretch higher and a bit faster. So again, with the motion controls, this game just loves their motion controls. Both going for the red maze first. Which means we're going to see a checkpoint warp later on, unless the route has changed. But no, Gix is grabbing the checkpoint, and got his clean jump over the fence. Not wasting any time. Jabba not quite as clean, but got it as well.
And here is 2 fast moons.
Yes.
Very easy to get.
2 very fast moons that we just grabbed because it's fast to do so. And then we warp out of there, back to the checkpoint that we just grabbed. And Jabba also sadly not getting to skip the second water cycle. So yeah, another moon that we get out of a moon and don't collect the moon that we just set free from the piranha plant, which we grab on our way back because it initiates a cutscene.
The skip. Very nice.
I don't think they go for the ivy skip. Yeah, Gix is going over the ivy. The jump is hard to set up and only saves a second, and if you fail it, you die and lose more time.
Or not.
But Gix getting the optimal bonk. Alright, the second ivy we will skip though because it's easy. And saves a lot of time.
Well,
Jabba died. That's unfortunate. Jabba just now playing it safe.
And here's Gix is trying to shake to stretch higher to get up the tower faster.
Yeah, not having to walk on the ivy again. Can be a bit finicky with just pushing you down instantly. Yeah, and who needs stairs? We can just jump up to fight Speward.
Kind of simple, boss.
Yeah, very simple.
Oh, your hat and jump on his head. Yeah.
And jump on the head when he's trying to poison the area. Which is also a good way to collect more coins, because we need them. And I think Jabba just got a slightly faster fight than Gix by cancelling a set phase a bit earlier than him. So yeah, what again a kingdom where we don't finish the storyline, because there would still be 2 more story moons to collect. We don't do that. It's slow, and we want to go fast.
Nice cutscenes. And a special guest.
Yes, we get a special guest in these cutscenes.
It's the first Bowser fight. Oh.
Gix falling down. That's unfortunate. But it gives time for Jabba to catch up a bit.
It's not. Roll it. Away and catch Bowser's hat when he throws it out.
Yeah. Catching that hat and then grabbing it with Cappy, just putting it on you close to Bowser, then long jumping into him cancels an entire phase where he just jumps around and wastes your time.
Jabba has a 114 and Gix has a 112. So it's 2 minute difference, but the race will still be pretty close. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Again, one mistake can put the other in the lead because they are still, again, pretty close.
Yeah.
And we get another kingdom before we get to go to Metro, which we actually wanted to go to on the menu screen. Being lost, and our airship, the Odyssey, is sadly damaged and we need power moons to repair it. Alright. Gix not getting first try, palm tree, jump skip. So Lost Kingdom has an enemy that no speedrunner likes.
Steals Cappy from you.
He steals Cappy from you, yeah.
By going this way, you skip that trigger. You still need to activate Klepto.
Yeah, we need to activate Klepto later on, but we do it by standing close to him, so he doesn't steal Cappy from us. Jabba going for the old route. Going for the cage jump and grabbing Cave Gardening Moon. Not going for the palm tree. And that's Klepto. He usually has a trigger in this area that steals your cap, but by not going into that area, instead being next to him, you can run around everywhere and he will not steal Cappy from us. Because we grab moons inside the zone that is usually his trigger. But yeah, general Lost Kingdom is... What is... Oh, Jabba is using this to jump to the moon on the tree. But yeah, in general, Lost has a pretty big theme of enemies taking Cappy away from you. Those small bomb guys also do that. And throw Cappy back at you with explosive force.
Taking a death there. Like the fast.
Yep. And that death is intentional. To warp back to the Odyssey.
It's slightly it's faster to save yourself, get back and roll back to the Odyssey,
Yes.
but can be tricky. Taking no gain on that trick. And now we're going to Metro Kingdom.
Yes, and Metro starts off with the Mecha Wriggler that we just saw in that cutscene on top of the highest building, eating the electricity of Metro. And we can't have that because we want our electricity. And Gix taking a death, not getting the jump. Giving Jabba the opportunity to close that gap between the two. To make the race more interesting, I guess.
Yeah. And jumping up this building cuts the way to the Wiggler a bit.
Yes,
while we grab a moon
on the way.
Yeah.
We don't need to navigate the streets, which are barricaded a bit. So again, pretty nifty movement in Metro. Along with Sand and probably Luncheon, which we will see later on, my favorite kingdoms in terms of movement. Because it's just so fluid and nice to watch. Yeah, also pretty nice movement in the city hall here.
Nice backup. Not taking the lift. Didn't seem to save any time, but...
So now we're making our way up to the Mecha Wriggler on Gix's stream, while Jabba is just now about to exit City Hall. Cutting it a bit close with the long jump there, over to the exit, but still getting it. So Mecha Wriggler is a manipulatable boss. By doing what these guys do, grabbing the tank on the right, killing first phase of Mecha Wriggler, just there, and then standing in these spots with the tank, they ensure that we have pretty fast invincibility phase of his, and he's instantly on the building where he will crawl along again. making it easier to get the 2 cycle, and
Oh,
I
it misses.
think I may have cursed Gix there by saying
Your,
that.
your first comment.
I'm a horrible person. Cursing our runners like that.
Oh, he
Jabba
misses.
also not getting it, just
Yeah.
barely not. That would have been his chance to catch up as well. So yeah, both getting a 3 cycle fight instead of the 2 cycle by missing 1 pearl of his body.
Yeah.
Wastes a bit of time. But it can happen. It always can. Especially if you miss one of the, like, 1 orb between 2 sets of 3, because every time you hit it pretty good, you destroy 3 with 1 shot. And then the rest of his body just likes to block off that 1 orb that you need to hit, getting in your way.
Daytime.
So yeah, daytime metro. It's not night anymore. We also restart the energy. And now we get to drive our sea car. Man.
Very nice.
Very, very nice movement. Our sea car movement is not quite as easy as it looks like. At least in my opinion.
Yeah. I think so too. Especially going backwards.
Yeah. But both of them getting pretty good RC car movement. They've practiced it so many times. And Gix not getting the perfect jump onto the bench, but still a pretty good one. Just get a moon handed by our nice little friend, the bench guy, just for sitting next to him. Isn't he nice?
Very fast.
Yeah.
And
Jabba getting the good jump though.
Yeah. And now we warp back to the city hall.
Yeah.
3 fast moons.
I always do wonder though. The English name for this moon is how do they take out the trash? And I always do wonder, how do they take out the trash? Can they all jump that far, like Mario?
Maybe you don't know. They might be able to.
So yeah, Gix climbing onto the top of the tallest tower where our friend, or not friend, the Mecha Wriggler said beforehand. Then jumping over, not taking it up in the pool, because we don't have time for that, but grabbing the moon. And now we're pushing through the crowd. Grabbing a moon there. And then jumping over them, because there's one in the air as well. Oh, Gix bonking again. Falling down, not getting the jump.
He got it this time.
Yeah, getting it on a second try though.
Talk to.
And now on his way to talk with Mayor Pauline. Pauline being the first girl Mario, back then known as Jumpman, ever rescued from the clutches of Donkey Kong, back in the arcade days. Now she's a mayor. And Jabba falling down. I missed that. But got it on a second try as well. Now we're recruiting musicians for a festival that Pauline wants to help. She needs 4 musicians. We require. We get a whopping 2 of them.
There are 4.
There are 4 musicians, yeah. And
Doesn't go too fast.
OCHEP! So yeah, she wants to throw a festival, requires 4 musicians. We only get 2 and then leave because we are not the festive type.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking both of them are going for Seaside first. I don't think Gix has 100 coins yet for the moon that we buy in snow. But I didn't actually catch what his coin count was, so let's see. No, he's going to snow first, so he has enough coins or knows where enough coins are to grab that 100 coin moon from the shop. But Jabba will definitely need to go to Seaside first, so route diversions.
Yeah.
$67 coins though. I'm not sure if he can actually get enough coins. Yeah, Luncheon and Snow. Actually, no. It's not that I love Snow. It's just a thing with me and Luncheon. But thanks for pointing that out. So I'm thinking Gix will grab the backup moons, which are probably in the puzzle room. In here in Snow Kingdom, which is a bit slower than going for shopping and grabbing the moon in the boss room.
Another rumble in.
He's going into Cap Kingdom, into the cap shop with 80 coins. That's a mistake.
Maybe I didn't notice.
Yeah, probably didn't notice that he doesn't have enough coins.
He did die a few extra times.
Yeah, and missing the jump on top of the balcony 2 times now, 3 times. Alright, there we go.
And Jabba is frozen. There we go.
Jabba now grabbing the moon that we get by collecting notes.
Grabbing the gusher, I think it's called, to move a little faster across the water.
Yeah.
And then
Gix actually bonking quite a lot right now in Snow Kingdom. Wasting ever so much time here.
Fail.
And dying again by trying to grab coins. Trying to go for the shop moon again, probably. That is unfortunate again.
That cave that Jabba just went through is why we go to Seaside Kingdom first. If you don't grab
swings. Usually if you grab swings, you get enough coins to actually by the moon there, but he took a few extra deaths, so yeah, he's just trying to get enough coins now to go for the shop moon instead of just going for the backup in the puzzle room, doing the old route, or a combination of the new and the old route. And Jabba is already done with Seaside, since Seaside is also pretty fast.
Solid one.
And killing two Goombas. That's sad. This is heartbreaking to see on Gix' side right now.
Needs those Goombas for one of the moons in here.
Yeah. We need all 4 of them alive to activate the switch that we are seeing now on the right side. So yeah, there was the route divergence, so we can't say for sure, but I would like to say that Jabba is in the lead now, yeah. Alright, I'm expecting Gix to now grab the shop moon. A bit late. But
Yeah,
he went through
going
the
there
trouble.
now and then warping. As
Yeah.
usual.
So I'm now grabbing the moon. Just a tad late. Jabba not going for the jump over the wall, but for going into Shiveria town though. Just taking his time, taking the scenic route.
Yeah. Don't wanna rush either. Mistakes can happen.
Yeah, mistakes are human. It happens. It's just heartbreaking to see, in Giggs' case especially right now.
Yeah.
But Giggs is finally done with snow. Jabba also getting a quicker jump on top of the balcony here than Giggs, so overall just executing a bit better right now. So Giggs now going for Seaside Kingdom, which Jabba did first. Pretty clean movement up the cliff from Giggs.
Yeah.
And Jabba getting all the spinies off of the platform here with the cloudy enemy, which name I always forget. Not having to throw Cappy at them to get them off to spawn the moon. That's always nice. Taifu. It's called Taifu. Alright, thank you for that. Jabba, all in all, just looking mighty fine right now.
Yeah,
With a
very
considerable lead.
solid.
But with Gix being in Seaside now, we finally get to hear the relaxing music of Seaside. Even though
Indeed.
it's pretty low key since he's right now in the water, and those are the coins that we missed on Gix's side in snow, which is the reason why we go for Seaside first, because they're just there anyways. Pick them up and then have enough coins for shopping. And now Jabba is done with snow. Just warping to the Odyssey now. But Gix is not that far behind. It's just one more moon to go as well, and then he will catch up and they will meet again in Luncheon.
A very good time, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time. Both of our Gix is doing with all the mistakes he had. He's still pretty fast, and that Seaside looked pretty good in my opinion. So Luncheon, the third and final kingdom, in my opinion, that has pretty good movement.
Oh, that's a
Java
nice.
going for the Cappy jump or Cappy roll off in the beginning instead of doing the backflip or ground pound jump to get up here, to get to the mountain of salt. So about 30-second lead for Jabba right now, if I read those times correctly. And Gig's
Oh,
not getting the jump first try, bonking on that pillar, sadly. Getting it second try though, easy peasy.
Jabba is
And
fighting Spirit again.
yeah, our second encounter with Spirit. And now we don't need to worry about those coins because we don't need them anymore, which allows for just standing there, looking at his head and getting fast cycles. Alright, Jabba grabbing the moon when Gix is just entering the fight. So about one Spirit fight ahead. But Gig's also getting a pretty solid fight.
And now the climbing starts.
Yeah, now we just climb on top of everything we can find, pretty much. So, predictions. Fork or Lava Bubble Room? What do you think? Where are our runners going?
Uh, hmm, good question. I hope Lava Bubble.
You hope for Pudubu Room?
Yeah.
I'm personally hoping for Fork Room. I really like the Fork Room to see. But we'll get our answer in a bit on Jabba's side as well. At least, that's what I wanted to say, not as well.
Ice cooking.
Grabbing that pillar. Now jumping down to the Salt Island. And after Salt Island, we will get our answer as to whether we will see Podoboo Room or Fog Room on Jabba's side. And that's Fork Room on Jabba's side. So that's, in my opinion, the more fun room of the two, but both are decently fast. And Gix going for the Fork Room as well. Alright, so both of our runners will jump over the mountain instead of going around it
My
to grab
dreams
the
are
last
gone.
moon before the triple. Ah, Gix almost getting the jump into the moon room there. But overall, pretty damn fast room. So yeah, the Pen Bros
Not
throwing
most
pens.
fun enemy.
Yeah. But at least it's pens now instead of hammers, so
The pans can be a bit random when you throw them.
yeah, that's true. They like to spread out weirdly in my opinion to get to throw them, but also it doesn't help that they jump with every step they take. Doing a small hop makes navigating them to stand in front of the cheese just that tad bit harder.
Hmm. See what Jabba is doing right now. Alright.
Alright. Let's hope that Gix gets the first cycle. Yes, he gets. He gets the first cycle Podoboo to light the torch. Doesn't have to wait. Alright, now for the jump over the mountain instead of going around it. Getting it very clean with the triple jump. Grabbing that moon. And now on his way up to the meat that we are about to possess and shake. Yeah. Yeah, also a lot of people don't know this, but you only need to jump once after freeing yourself from the salt crust, and the cutscene will trigger. You don't have to move to the salt that's lying around there. Which I've seen a lot of people do.
Did something happen or is the stream behind? Because
That's a good question.
uh,
Since Jabba's stream was frozen, I don't know. We can only hope that nothing bad happened to him, but
yeah,
on the other hand, if something did happen to him, Gix is now in the lead, and it's pretty close then.
it's exciting at least.
That is very true. And there's nothing more we could hope for than an exciting race.
saying that he died.
Alright. We are coming up to a pretty exciting kingdom as well, in my opinion. At least from the way it's designed-wise. Because it looks like Dark Souls. So, Dark Souls for the kingdom. And it's another short kingdom as well, because all we do here is fight against the boss. Which just so happens to be a dragon.
His first phase. Really
Yeah.
simple boss.
Really simple. You can still shave off, I think, like a second each phase by jumping on top of him early, taking the damage like Gix did. Just getting that early cap throw to remove one of the pins.
Yeah.
Alright, Jabba also getting a hit in. Also opting for the damage boost, it seems, judging by yourself. And Gix taking early damage here.
Oh no!
And dying! Oh my god! Yeah, that's the worst thing that could have happened. Dying on the last. Well. This is again just like Snow Kingdom, very heartbreaking to see.
Thanks.
And Jabba finishing up the fight.
First might be.
So yeah, this put Jabba back again in the lead. So yeah, Jabba now on his way to Bowser's Kingdom then, while Gix is just trying to fight the boss again. Not picking up a health between phase 1 and 2. Also not jumping early enough, so not taking a damage here.
Anything can still happen though, with these two last kingdoms.
Yeah. A lot can happen.
Don't die again now.
Please don't. Don't jinx him.
I won't.
This is cutting it really close. He almost had to do a 2-cycle for the third phase. So yeah, Bowser's Kingdom. There's 3 boss fights in this in total. Which we do.
Yeah.
We fight against Topper and
Harriet.
in any order. Like you can do one or the other first, doesn't matter. I think most people opt for Topper first though.
I do Harriet actually.
I did Harriet, but for some reason I do Topper now. And then the Mecha Broodal, or also known as Wooden Gundam. So, what do you think? Birdless or Pokeo Fast threats? What are they doing? when they reach.
I was watching Gix practicing before, and he was practicing birdless. Java, I don't know.
I would like for both of them to do birdless.
Yeah.
On the other hand, since Gix is likely doing birdless, seeing Pokefest threats on Jabba's side would also be nice, just to have both strats be showcased.
Yeah, exactly. But we're here to go fast, so
That is correct, and birdless saves a few seconds.
maybe he gets bounties.
So Gix doing with the first wall there without the Pokeo. Jumping up there, going to the ogre, and getting up there as well pretty fast. All in all, just very fluid movement up there.
Like the internet gods aren't on Java's side today.
Yeah, Jabba just getting all the OPS drops.
Now Gix is collecting moon
Yeah,
shards.
the moon shards to build into a complete moon. But it looks like Jabba collected the hole in the wall and the one behind the door. The moon. Gix going for the head throw strats, showing off a bit with the motion controls.
Shake the remote. You get an homing attack on certain items. Collectible.
Yes, and you can also down throw and up throw. Jabba missing the jump on the head though for Topper. Doing Topper first. And that's it for Topper. So, still fast, but not quite as fast as it could have been by missing that second jump on the head in the second head phase.
Is this the best brutal
Harriet,
fighting?
the easiest brutal fight, in my opinion.
I'd say Stewart. Because these
Spirit.
bombs are kind of
Spirit is also pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah.
Missing the fast bump there. Missing the second fast bump. But got the third and last before she pulls out the big guns.
Ooh, almost missing that.
And Gix going for Harriet first. So doing the brutals in the other order.
Now for the last tower climb.
Yes, the last climb on Jabba's side. All Gix still has to finish off Harriet and then fight Topper, which Jabba did first. So Jabba still a bit ahead. Getting the very fast jump on top of Hatter there on Gig's side. And getting it again, overall saving time on those bosses compared to Jabba. By getting the fast cycles every time. And now for the true last climb with the Pokeo.
go higher.
Doing the first jump without using motion controls to make the jump higher made Jabba miss that last jump there, having to go back down to reattach to the wall. Losing a bit of time there as well. But he's still ahead, so let's see if Jabba will do poke your fast threads or birdless. That looks like poke your fast threads to me.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get to showcase probably both strats if Gix has practiced birdless. So yeah, the Mecha Brutal Mech, Wooden Gundam, whatever you want to call it. Climbing up
Happy
there.
bounces. You can get back up.
Yeah, with the Pokio. You have to destroy 4 spheres with all of the Brutals in them. Well, all of the Brutals except for Madame Brute. And Gix opting for the birdless here. Just saving that 1 or 2 seconds there. It's also important to note though that the hardest jump in birdless is the getting on top of it after the first hit. Everything else is the same jumps that Jabba has to do, and most likely well practiced amongst our runners. So Jabba finishing it up, not falling
Very
down
nice.
once, getting a very nice fight. Gix also getting a very good fight.
The creep. Except didn't do bonkless on the leg. Oh, the last kingdom and the last boss and the last skip.
Yes. There are 2 skips in Moon Kingdom. So
Yeah.
yes, you can save second in the 2D section if you do the skip there, but it's super risky, and I wouldn't recommend going for it in the race. But we'll see if one of our runners will opt for it.
Yeah. 40 minutes.
And yeah, as our various other runners pointed out in chat, doing that mid-air spin, you do that by pressing the jump button once Cappy returned to you. And you do this as fast as you can. You make that jump button after Cappy returns to you. Just for that little bit of extra height and distance to cover. So Jabba just entering Moon now while Gix is still in the menu for it.
Make or break.
This is the make or break point now. If you fail the moon cave skip, you lose a few seconds each time. Giving, in this case, if Jabba fails it, Jabba also going for the 1 flower strat. But yeah, giving Gix time to catch up if he fails the moon skip. But in theory, it's so well practiced, we shouldn't have any problems with it.
Yeah.
So Gix also only going for the 1 flower strat. None of them picking up 2
Very
flowers,
nice.
and
First try.
Jabba getting the first try Mooncave skip. It's just well practiced at this point and shouldn't cause any trouble to anyone.
Very simple with practice.
Yeah.
Very
And Gix
nice
also
first
getting
try.
a try. And getting the fast backflip there as well. So Jabba now entering the final boss. The final Bowser fight. And
Skips the
getting the
jumps.
fast cycle on the first one, which is probably the hardest fast cycle in the Bowser fights. Gix getting it as well.
Basically the same fight as the Cloud Kingdom one, except
Yes, except that Bowser now jumps into the mid between hits and likes to breathe fire at you. And he immediately does the fake out with the spins that he does on the last hit in Cloud Kingdom. He starts the fight off with the very last one of that here and just adds more spins as the fight progresses. So Jabba now on the third and last phase, Gix on the fire phase before that. And the last fake out on Jabba's side, because he does a double fake out there. And now for the last part of the game.
your volume, your speakers. Good music incoming.
Still a bit, but yeah, both songs are pretty damn good. I'm sad that both of them only play here in the Escape and the last room of the Escape. Alright, let's see. Jabba getting the triple jump, no problem there. Skipping, going around.
Will he do the 2D memes?
That's the big question. Gix also getting it, no problem. And Jabba not opting for the 2D skip, just going safe.
Smart boy.
Let's see if Gix will opt for the 2D skip. I can't talk. He is opting for it, and he gets it.
Very nice.
All right. That saved a second for Gix. All right, Jabba now. And the last room of the game. Let's see if you will go right or left though. If it's not freezing up on us. Gix now reaching that as well. And it looks like he went left side first.
Yeah.
And Gix, let's see what Gix will do.
And once again, shaking the controller gives Bowser fireballs.
He's also going left side first.
Yeah. Fireballs makes it a bit faster, because it gets hits in while running.
Yes. Alright, we're coming up on time here for Jabba.
Channel so I can see the time.
Gix also now on time.
for the time for that.
And that's time. So, Jabba placing first in this race with an official SRL time of 1 hour 15 minutes and 7 seconds, and Gix coming in close behind in an intense race with an official SRL time of 1 hour 15 minutes and 26 seconds. So only 19 seconds time difference.
Very, very nice. Very close race. That's what we want. Excitement. GG.
GG's to all runners as well. This was very exciting to watch, very exciting to commentate. A lot of back and forth with the leads in the second half.
Very good first race.
Very, very, very good race to start up the tournament. So, let's see. And to rub it in, Mario's giving Bowser a kick in the face in the pre-credit scene. Just after actually consoling him being rejected by Peach.
They want.
Alright, and it looks like we will be having interview with both of our runners.
Oh, very nice.
So we can ask them about their thoughts.
Yeah.
What they thought about the race.
Yeah, full of the runners. Very
Yeah.
talented guys.
Yes, follow
As you
the
saw.
runners. Very, very exciting runs. Giving it their all for our entertainment. And there's Jabba.
Hey, how's it going?
And Gix. Hey Jabba, hey Gix. How's it going? Congratulations on your times. Congratulations on coming in first, Jabba.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, dude, I honestly I was so horrified because I knew you had your time is a minute and a half better than mine, so I knew your movement was going to be better. I just had to not mess up.
Yeah, so basically, I don't know if you were watching the restream, but like, I lost over a minute in snow and then 2 minutes from dying at the end of the dragon fight.
Oh,
Yet I
that's
still
the-
finished 18 seconds behind, so
yeah, yeah. I did like super save strats in Bowser because I was like, all right, I'm 2 minutes ahead almost. Like, don't die. That was my only goal. So I just did some save strats. I didn't. I go for the birdless strat, which I like almost always go for. Just to not die or whatever.
I just went all out on everything and golded the last 2 splits. So
Nice. Yeah, that was
good.
really close.
You had pretty good movement there in Bowser's Kingdom.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. I was practicing that just before the tourney.
And you got the high 2D skip at the end.
Yeah, I like pretty much always go for that.
That was pretty sick to watch. So
Yeah, that's sweet. I'm once I started disconnecting in Luncheon Kingdom. I don't know if you guys saw. You probably didn't because I think I was offline at the time. I died right after the Surrounded by Tall Mountains move.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, it was
yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, and I I had to restart from the last flag, which wasn't too bad, but it was like a nice 15-second loss.
yeah, we
Yeah.
were wondering what happened because suddenly you went from being in the lead to being close behind Gix.
Yeah, it's funny. 'Cause I was like, oh, this is something I was places, and I'm doing garbage.
You're cracking up a bit there. You can catch that.
Yeah. His internet is still messing up apparently.
Oh yeah.
So Gix, I wonder what happened. Why did you go to Snow first anyways?
I like didn't look at my coin count at the end of Metro, and I probably should have.
And you thought you had enough coins?
Yeah, I just assumed I did because like I've never not had enough doing Sphinx.
Yeah, but you
You
took that.
did take a death.
Yeah, the deaths in
Oh yeah, the deaths.
Yeah.
How many were you short?
I entered with like 60.
Oh
63.
man, that's rough. What
Yeah.
what'd you do? Because what I usually do in that case is I do entrance to Shiveria, and then I just go straight to like the barriers, and then right before I enter the room for the final shrine, I just go and like do the 3 lobby moons.
So pretty much like after you're coming back from Captain Toad, there's 11 coins you can grab like right next to the entrance. And then I tried to grab like the rest in the wind room, but I died. So
Oh.
I lost even more.
Oh man, rough.
It was kind of just like a downward spiral. And I was like considering forfeiting at that point.
I'm glad you didn't, because that race was tight.
Yeah. Never
Yeah,
forfeit.
Glad I got a good end at least.
it was
Yeah.
pretty close. But it
Yeah.
was heartbreaking to watch Gix just doing Snow Kingdom.
Yeah.
My heart was bleeding at that point.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, any last thoughts on the race? Anything that stood out to you guys?
Not really.
Well, for me, I'm just really glad I have an OBS recording of it.
Oh yeah, with those frame drops, I'm pretty sure you are glad to have that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, thanks again for the race, guys.
Yep.
Was
Thank
pretty
you.
excited to watch and commentate. Was pretty good for the opening race as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, opening race. Sweet.
Yeah. We couldn't want for more excitement.
Great.
So yeah, I encourage everyone to follow the runners. They put up a good show for you guys. Was pretty entertaining, and thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. with that done, I'm pretty sure that we have 2 more races coming up on Speed Gaming 3 here, with the next one just about to start in a few minutes. I think 15 minutes for the schedule.
3 p.m. EST.
So stay tuned for that. It's bound to be pretty exciting.
Have a good one, guys.
And good luck for you two for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a
Yes.
good one.
Have a good evening. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you, hopefully, on the next race as well in the chat.